Hello dear learners, today I welcome you all to the new session. This is a welcome lecture to the newcomers, whoever had took the admissions into Diploma in Pharmacy. I welcome you all to such a noble profession of pharmacy. Being you are the future pharmacist, first of all, before proceeding to the pharma profession, you are supposed to know with what things you are going to deal in your course, which is Diploma in Pharmacy, and that too when you are entering into the first year Diploma Pharmacy, part 1 of Diploma Pharmacy, you are totally unaware about the facts or what all things we are going to learn and what are the future prospects and so on. So, to know about all these things, today we are going to cover all these topics. So I am going to cover first of all the subjects which you have in first year Diploma Pharmacy, the timetable, how it is designed for you people according to the hours allotted to the subjects, then how each subject is having its own beauty, like I am going to describe each and every subject which you are going to learn in first year Diploma in Pharmacy. Then I am going to tell you about how the exams are being conducted, your internal exams and the final exams, how the marking scheme will be, and other exam related criteria such as if someone fails and or if someone wants to improve the sessional marks. So what are all the criteria for such improvement exam and so on. So to start with, first the course outline, that is according to the Education Regulation 1991, you people are going to study this syllabus in first year Diploma in Pharmacy, that is also known as part 1. In part 1, you have all these 6 subjects. So Pharmaceutics-I is your first subject, Pharmaceutical Chemistry-I is your second subject. Why these are 1? Because in first year, that is part 1, you will study Pharmaceutics-I, and in part 2 you will study Pharmaceutics-II. In part 1 you will study Pharmaceutical Chemistry-I, and in part 2 you will study Pharmaceutical Chemistry-II. Then Pharmacognosy is there, Biochemistry and Clinical Pathology is there, then Human Anatomy and Physiology is there, and the last subject is Health Education and Community Pharmacy. What? All these subjects, and that too names. Look at the names. Don't we have some short forms for this? Yes, we do have. So Pharmaceutics-I is known as PH1, Pharmaceutical Chemistry-I is known as PC1, Pharmacognosy is known as PGY, Biochemistry and Clinical Pathology is known as BCP, Human Anatomy and Physiology is known as HAP, and Health Education and Community Pharmacy is known as HECP. So these abbreviations are used for the subjects, all 6 subjects. Along with that, they have subject codes. Like Sutix-I is having 805, then so on. Chemistry-I 806, PGY 807, BCP 808, then HAP 809, HECP 810. So this way they have codes also. So how you will remember these subjects? I'll give you a simple trick. If you want to remember it sequentially from 805 to 810, you are supposed to remember it this way, all 3 P's. Okay. Sutix-I, Chemistry-I, Pharmacognosy, PPP, BHH. So 2 H और 3 P के बीच में बीच बायोकेमिस्ट्री, BIOCHE बायोकेमिस्ट्री. So 3 P, B, 2 H. Pharmaceutics-I, Chemistry-I, Cognosy, BCP, HAP and HECP. Now you might would have come to know about the at least names of the subjects, abbreviations used and their codes. So how your timetable is being designed? The timetable is being designed based on these allotted hours. So for theory, I'll give you just one example. For theory of Pharmaceutics-I, it is 75 hours totally, annually they are allotted. So according to this 75 hours per year, hours per week becomes 3. So in a week you will have minimum 3 lectures of Pharmaceutics-I, and so on. Same way for PC1, PGY, then HAP. Only BCP and HCP is having annual load of 50 hours, so they will have only 2 lectures in your schedule per week. Same for practicals. Sutix-I is 100 hours practical annually, so per week it goes 4, then 75, 75, 75, and HAP is of 50 hours. So it is weekly of 2 hours. So whatever the batch is being allotted to you, you will have per week these practical. Sutix is of 4 hours, chemistry is of 3 hours, PGY is of 3 hours. So you have in all 6 subjects for theory and 5 subjects for practicals. So this all are the hours allotted according to which your timetable is being designed. 16 hours of lectures per week and 15 hours of practical per week, including all the subjects. Then subjects which are to be studied, just now we have seen Sutix-I 805, Chemistry-I 806, Cognosy 807, BCP 808, HAP 809, HECP 810. These are the codes. So to start with the Pharmaceutics-I, PH1, which is abbreviated as PH1, and it is having a code of 805. Now you can see such nice colored capsules, tablets. Yes, we are going to study tablets, capsules, and many more dosage forms in Pharmaceutics-I. So here in the first subject itself, we are starting with the pharma profession. What all things are there, what all different dosage forms are there, what are different processes by which these are evaluated, sterilized, whatever they are maintained. All these things we are going to cover in Pharmaceutics-I. So Pharmaceutics-I, as you all know, in theory you have 75 hours allotted in part 1 Pharmaceutics-I. According to the syllabus, first you will learn about different dosage forms, like solid dosage forms, semi-solid dosage forms, then liquid dosage forms and all. Then metrology you have different calculations, you have packaging. Now once you have formulated how the packaging is done, what are different packaging materials which are used. Then size separation, different methods are there, sifting, or this deals with all the various methods by which the particle size, the separation according to the particle size is done. Then mixing and homogenization. In mixing and homogenization you have different techniques which you will learn, different mixers you will study, okay, different homogenizers are there. So we will study that pictorially now. See, these are different dosage forms: liquid dosage form, semi-solid dosage form, okay, then solid dosage forms. Injectables are there, medicine lollipop, this is something new, throat lozenges are there, pastils are there, okay. So various dosage forms you have, out of which some you might be knowing and some you might not be. So you will become familiar when you will learn into Pharmaceutics-I. Then next, oh God, he is having a severe headache. Why? Because he has seen the calculations. Not again. To skip these calculations only we have entered into pharma, right? But why? But you will have calculations. So this calci will make your work easy. Don't worry at all. So you have few of the calculations which you will study under the metrology. Then packaging materials we have discussed, like these types of packaging materials are there. For containers you have glass, plastic, metals. Closures you have rubbers. Then some fibrous materials, or these are the foils, okay, which are used, carton boxes, primary packaging, secondary packaging, tertiary packaging, okay. So all these packaging techniques you will study. Then mixing and homogenizers, you have different mixers, V mixer, double cone mixer, okay, rotating cube mixer, then silver sun mixer, homogenizer, sieves are there, okay, sieve shaker is there. All these things you will learn in Sutix-I. Then further part is extraction of galanicals, different extraction techniques such as maceration, then continuous hot extraction, okay, Soxhlet apparatus is there, etc. Then distillation techniques, then preparation of these waters, different waters, then drying processes, okay, various fluidized bed dryer, which is the very important in Sutix, okay, freeze dryers are there, then sterilization you have, okay, some aseptic techniques you have. So what are they? See, this maceration, the simplest example is the extraction of tea. The tea bags are there, okay, in hot water where you will put them, and this process where the comminuted drug is placed in or soaked in the solvent for a specified period of time, and you will get the extract of it. So it is extraction. So it is simple extraction, that is maceration. Then you have distillation, then you have all other various methods like drying, distillation, sterilization, distillation, okay, dryer, this is the tray dryer, this is the natural technique of drying, okay, various sterilization techniques, chemical, physical, okay, moist heat sterilization, dry heat sterilization, etc. Then FBD, this is the you can call it as a heart of all dryers or drying technique. Then moving towards the actual part, that is processing of tablet, processing of capsules, and various immunological products we are going to study. So how they are, this tablets, capsules, processing, the flow in wet granulation and dry granulation, what are the concepts, how wet granulation and dry granulation will divert from the ways, what are differences, okay. Then about capsules, it is weighing, blending, encapsulating and packaging. All these processing steps we are going to study. Then immunological products is like vaccines, bacterial vaccines are there, viral vaccines are there, okay, antitoxin, serums, etc. So these are the immunological products. These all things you are going to study. Along with the practicals of 100 hours, you will have different dosage forms, creams you have, okay, solutions, aromatic waters, ophthalmic preparations you have, capsules you have, tablets you have, okay. So all these practicals you will perform actually. Then coming towards the next subject, that is Pharmaceutical Chemistry-I, it is PC1, abbreviated as PC1, and the code is 806. This limit test, okay, the principles and the actual performance you are going to study in Pharmaceutical Chemistry-I, which is also called as inorganic chemistry, okay. In Pharmaceutical Chemistry-I, you have different initial concepts about the buffers, acids, bases, then antioxidants, okay, like sodium metabisulfite and all. Gastrointestinal agents, you have various antacids, okay, acidifying agents, then cathartics, etc., adsorbents. Different topical agents, okay, calamine lotion, etc. So these are the topical agents. See, this is the semi-solid paste, and this cream or any ointment you can call it as, and which is going to be applied on the skin topically, okay. So this is the topical agent. Then GI agents, they are for the tour, they will move here and there, and they will do their work, and they will make our system work at best. Then acids and bases, different acids and bases, here we are going to study buffers, okay. Then antioxidants we are going to study in Pharmaceutical Chemistry-I. Antimicrobials, astringents are there, various dental products are there, then respiratory stimulants, expectorants, etc. are there, okay. Electrolytes are there, major intra and extracellular electrolytes we will study. Like this, dental products, various dental products, okay, gargles, mouthwashes, paste, etc. Then minerals you have, okay, astringents. So next part, continuation with Chemistry-I, is radiopharmaceuticals and their quality controls of the various pharmaceuticals by various methods. So this radiopharmaceuticals, about the applications and introduction, we are going to talk in further part of Chemistry-I. In practicals, we have limit test and various assays by referring to the standard reference book, which is called as Indian Pharmacopoeia. Then third subject which we have is Pharmacognosy, PGY, abbreviated as PGY, and the code is 807. So Pharmacognosy is pharmacon is drug and gnosis is knowledge, so it's a knowledge of drug, okay, which is the word is derived from the Greek word all herbs, okay. How they are formulated into different dosage forms, different categories we will study, okay. Then this laxatives, cardiotonics, carminatives, antihypertensive, antitussives, diuretics, antiseptic disinfectants, vitamins, etc. All the categories, there are few examples, and these examples we are going to study in the pattern, like their biological sources, family, chemical constituents, and so on, and their TES transfer sections we are going to deal with in practicals. So this various pharmaceutical aids also we have, and we have some miscellaneous part also which is to be studied in the pharmacognosy itself. And the practicals, we are going to deal with TES, different chemical test, okay, and then the study of fibers, dressings, etc. Then next subject which you have is biochemistry and clinical pathology, which is the fourth subject, which is abbreviated as BCP, and the code is 808. So in biochemistry and clinical pathology, we are going to study about all the natural things, whatever we are having in our diet, that about carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, okay. All these things we are going to study. See, carbohydrates, lipids, vitamins, enzymes, okay, and their metabolism also we are going to study in biochemistry and clinical pathology. And in practicals, we have different identification test of proteins, acids, amino acids, carbohydrates, etc., along with the examination of urine constituents and so on. So next, coming towards the next subject, that is fifth subject as human anatomy and pathophysiology, which is abbreviated as HAP, and the code is 809. So in human anatomy and pathophysiology, it is same as that which you have studied in your 11th and 12th standard biology. Biology, that is specifically part 2, we are going to deal with when human anatomy and physiology. We have different systems, same which you have studied in your 11th and 12th, various systems such as respiratory system, urinary system, cardiovascular system, all the systems. Like first we will study about the cells, tissues, then the skeletal, cardiovascular, respiratory, muscular system, CNS, okay, sensory organs, etc. we are going to talk about in anatomy with digestive and endocrine system, reproductive system. So you might find all these names similar, or which you have studied in subject biology. And in practicals, you have the skeleton study along with the examination of your blood group estimation and this blood pressure measurement, okay, ECG, okay, sphygmomanometer use, okay. All these things you will study in the practicals. Then last subject, which is health education and community pharmacy, which is abbreviated as HECP, and the code is 810. In HECP, we are going to talk about different communicable, non-communicable diseases, about the nutrition and first aid. So these are the topics. Like health, we are going to talk about the nutrition, first aid, environment, okay, then different microbes, communicable and non-communicable diseases, epidemiology, all these topics we are going to study. Then what about the exam pattern now? These subjects we will study, but how the exams will be conducted? The exams will be conducted in under two headings, like first is your sessional exam and then your final exam. So each subject will have the sessional exams, theory sessional exam of 20 marks each. You will have 3 sessionals in a year, and the best of 2 is considered as an average of 2 sessional. Best 2 sessionals will be sent to the examining authority, that is msbte board, and the final exam will be of 80 marks, which will be of 3 hours, and the 20 marks exam will be of 1 hour, and the total marks will be 100 each subjects. So theory, it contributes total 600 marks, and same way practicals, you have practicals, final practicals you have each of 80 marks, but for one subject you don't have practical, so the total will come here 500, because for HECP you don't have any practical. Same way, final exam is of 80 marks, sessional is of 20 marks, but here in practicals, actual performance practical will be of 10 marks, and the concept called as day-to-day assessment, that means your regularity in assignments, about attending the practicals, okay, punctuality, your following of the different techniques like GMP, that is good laboratory practices, as well as manufacturing practices during the practicals. All these get counted into the day-to-day assessment. So that will be of 10 marks, and actual practical exam will be of 10 marks. So total will be 20. So this will also become 100. So this 600 plus 500, total 1100. Out of 1100 you will be allotted the marks, and accordingly the percentage will be calculated for first year diploma in pharmacy. Then how the results, like just now I told you, this practicals you have actual performance 10 marks and day-to-day 10 marks. So this way total 20 marks. Okay, and the final result will consider as at least 40% marks in each of the subjects separately, theory as well as practical. So out of 100 marks, minimum 40 marks are essential in both theory as well as practical respective subject. So this 40% criteria is very much essential. It includes sessional as well as final examination. There is no separate criteria for passing into the sessional and final. It is combined 40% marks criteria. Okay, then candidate scoring above 60% will be allotted in the first class. Candidate scoring more than 75% will have distinction. Okay, and below 60 percentage they will have second class. And the thing like people who will fail, like see in part 1 exam, this failures is like more than 2 subjects are not allowed, each theory paper or practical paper. If it is so, then candidate will have to reappear for the examination, and if the final exam the candidate can reappear. But what about the internal exams? So you have one more exam in the next academic year called as improvement exam. So the improvement exam is, as the name suggests, improvement. It is for improving the sessional marks. So 2 improvement exams are being conducted, same that of 20 marks only, and their average is sent to the board. Whatever the average is greater, earlier one or the improvement exam one will be sent to the board for calculating internal marks. So this improvement exam the candidate can give, but in case of practical examination, day-to-day marks will not change unless and until that candidate is regularly attending the practicals again in the next session. So you have the scope for only 10 marks in the practical, which you can change by again reappearing in the sessional examination. So this passing in exam, the certificate is granted by examining authority, which is nothing but msbte, to the passed student, and this diploma in pharmacy certificate is also granted by the examining authority on the satisfactory completion of part 1, part 2 along with part 3, which is nothing but a practical training of 500 hours for the diploma pharmacy students in actual pharmacy. So all these things are there. These are various other criteria which are considered for examinations. With this, we finish with few introductory part about the first year diploma pharmacy. Thank you, and stay tuned for our upcoming videos which will give you some fruitful results, which will make all your concepts clear about the exams also. Next video we are going to continue the exam pattern, how the sessional question paper is there and how the final exam question paper is there. So stay tuned for our next part. Thank you.